Portugal's overall record against Portuguese Superliga sides reads played 11, won 2, drawn 4, lost 5. But an unbeaten home record will bolster their hopes for this second leg encounter. Commentary comes from Gary Bloom.
A touchline ban for Sporting coach Jose Peseiro is the Lisbon club's main handicap as they prepare for this away tie with Feyenoord. In a strange twist of fate, Sporting are looking to emulate Feyenoord's success in this competition of 2002 when they won the trophy here. The 2005 UEFA Cup final will be staged in Lisbon. Injuries to Pascal Boschart, Hossan Ghali, Patrick Matilia and Christian Guillen mean Feyenoord are nowhere near full strength. Captain Patrick Power equals Wim Janssen's record of playing in 52 European matches for Feyenoord. Quite an achievement. He's only 29 years old. Central defender Anderson Polga limped off during Sporting's 0-0 Superliga draw against Leiria at the weekend, and he misses tonight's return leg. Sporting give a chance to 18-year-old Jose Montinho on the left-hand side of midfield. Custodio is missing through suspension. He was sent off in the first leg. The man with the whistle is Florian Mayer of Germany. Dirk Kuyt and Solomon Kalou lead the Feyenoord attack. 33 goals between them this season. There's no shortage of firepower up front for Feyenoord as they try to overturn this 2-1 deficit from the first leg. Hugo is the central defender of Sporting. Saidi. Basto, the Portuguese left-back, hoping to do well against the Portuguese side. Basto caught out of position. Ball ricochets towards Leedson. And the coach has to watch this one from the stands after his sending off in the first leg. I wonder if it'll affect Sporting's progress. Bart Hoor, the Belgian international. Dirk Kuyt. Castellan. Buzz of excitement now as Feyenoord hit the accelerator. Rui George won it back. Sapinto, the Portuguese international. Ruud Gullit hoping to lead his side towards another UEFA Cup success. The winners play Middlesbrough of England in the next round of the competition, the last 16 of the UEFA Cup. Rochenbeck, a player who had a spell with Barcelona. Pedro Barbosa rather crudely challenged. Free kick to Sporting. Castellan, the Dutch international, certainly made an obstacle. Feyenoord's overall record against Portuguese sides reads played 11, won 2, drawn 4 and lost 5. It's not an outstanding record to say the least, but they are unbeaten at home, and that will give them hope for this return leg. Sapinto claiming he was fouled. Free kick goes Feyenoord's way. Saidi. It's a poor ball, but Rogerio gives it straight back to Feyenoord. Kalou. There's a bit of jersey tugging there. The referee waited to see if there was any advantage. There was none. And what's happened here? It's Ricardo, the Sporting goalkeeper, could well have been hit by something thrown from the crowd. Well, this is the last thing this tie wanted. And you can see the anger and frustration here of the Portuguese players. They're hardly welcome in Rotterdam. Seemed to be a smoke bomb thrown at the goalkeeper. And look at the frustration of Ruud Gullit, angry that his fans could well have played a major part in this cup tie. It's just going to distract both teams. Load of ice. The opposite goalkeeper has his say as well. Ricardo, the hero of Portuguese Euro 2004 team, is okay. Power! Certainly hit with power, excuse the pun. Did it take a deflection? It did, it's a corner kick. Pinto back inside his own penalty area, made the clearance. Still 2-1 on aggregate, remember, to Sporting, who are playing in their lime green away kit today. Saidi. Power. Bart Hall. Okay. And lifted in towards Kalou. What a great opportunity to get Feyenoord right back in this tie. Set up superbly by Bart Hall. He was always falling backwards when he shot. Maybe, just maybe, Sporting Lisbon are rattled. Castellan was ended towards Kalou. Here's Kite. Rogerio with a very unusual piece of defending, but you have to say a very effective piece of defending nonetheless. Dirk Kuyt trying to bring the ball down, just able to lift it on here towards Kalou. They really have scored a lot of goals between them. Hugo. Back to Ricardo. Flicked on by Sapinto, cleared by Basta. Pedro Barbosa feeds it through to Carlos Martins. Probably Sporting's best chance of the game so far. And their right-sided midfield player, Carlos Martins, had something to aim at, although Lodewijks had that post covered. Kalou. Into Castellan. Kalou's arriving in Castellan. Rather selfishly went for glory. He had Kalou arriving to his left-hand side here. Just to the right of your picture now. So frustration for Feyenoord. They've had their chances in the first half, and they'll have to keep taking the game to Sporting in the second half to have a chance of progressing. Ricardo, unfortunately, hit by a missile. 0-0 at half-time, 2-1 on aggregate.
Find out who'll progress to the last 16 in the UEFA Cup in Part 2 and catch up on all the goals and results from across the continent.
Sporting still held the advantage at half-time in this second leg of the UEFA Cup tie, and Feyenoord, who are chasing the game, have made a substitution at half-time. The Japanese international Shinji Ono has come on for Basta, the left-back. That will give Feyenoord a much more attacking feel in this second period. No substitutions for Sporting. Hoffs. Cut out by Hugo. The youngster Moutinho was caught. Now Shinji Ono, who's just come on. They have very high hopes about this young player, Moutinho. Leeton, clever footwork. Rogerio just scoops the ball on. Carlos Martins had his heels clipped there. Gibbs, the USA international, a rather clumsy challenge. Rochenbach has gone forward, number 26. So too is Hugo, number 6. Leeton, oh, it just almost crept in. And Rogerio, the right back, was waiting to pounce at the far post. Good header here by Leeds. Hall drives it forward to Kite, headed clear by Hugo. Carlos Martins. Moutinho gave it away. Power. Carlos Martins. Oh, and Leeton's onside. It's Leeton for Sporting, and he could have well just chipped them into the last 16. What an outrageous finish by this exciting player. Feyenoord are appealing for offside, but there simply was no offside here against Leeds. And the young Brazilian took that chance brilliantly. Stunning finish, and sadly there are crowd disturbances after that goal. Missiles were thrown from the Feyenoord supporters, and they're still raining down. the German official has a difficult decision to make here. You can see there were missiles thrown from the crowd. And it was Ena Kariri who was struck on the forehead. And Feyenoord could well face a UEFA investigation because the referee, amidst the missiles, has decided to take the teams off for their own safety.
We go into the cabin.
The teams are heading for the dressing room, and I wonder if they're going to reappear.
This, everything, huh? Everything.
So after a 15-minute delay, the teams are expected out shortly. Sporting leading 1-0 on the night, 3-1 on aggregate. Let's hope there's no repetition of the crowd disturbances, which brought a premature halt to this football match. It's going to be Feyenoord to restart the game. A goal down, remember, on the night. Here's Dirk Kuyt. Sapinto. Sapinto wants it back. And he's turned the ball on cleverly here. Carlos Martins. Pedro Barbosa. It was a wild, wild strike with Gibbs in close attendance. I wonder if the break will affect Feyenoord or Sporting worse. Certainly their concentration levels are bound to be affected. Martinho. Hugo, rather hurried clearance, picks out Leedson, the goal scorer. Sapinto. It's Sapinto here for Sporting. And that would have settled it had it gone in. Really good target man, Sapinto, in his second spell with the club after a short period with Real Sociedad. Pedro Barbosa, another opening here for Sporting. Beaten away by the goalkeeper Lodewijks. Douala. It's all Sporting at the moment. Another deep cross in towards Pedro Barbosa. Sporting really have done well in this second half. Foul by Rochenbach, free kick to Feyenoord. Inevitably, as Feyenoord press forward, they're bound to leave gaps, and Pedro Barbosa almost took full advantage of one. Castellan. Oh, that's a great ball into Dirk Kuyt. Oh, what a tackle. What an outstanding tackle by the substitute, Miguel Garcia. Rochenbach. Douala calling for the ball. Still Rochenbach. That was an outrageous tackle. Hoffs flicked his left boot backwards here to make sure Rochenbach was fouled. Seven minutes left of this game. It's Rochenbach. It's all over. Sporting are on their way to the last 60. An outrageous strike by Rochenbach. I thought Patrick Lodewijks, the goalkeeper, did not do particularly well here. The coach is congratulated by one or two of the fans in the stands, but Sporting have just underlined their second half superiority. Dirk Kuyt. Well, that Sporting defence have been awesome in this game. They really have withstood everything that's been thrown at them, quite literally. Kite. And here's Hoffs. Oh, he's pulled a goal back. Surely only a consolation goal. It's far too little, too late. But Feyenoord are bowing out to the UEFA Cup with their heads held high. Ruggiero. This ill-tempered game sees Sporting progress to the last 16 of the UEFA Cup. There will be a UEFA investigation after the missile throwing incident. But in the second half, Sporting were awesome. 2 goals to set them on their way. And they will now face Middlesbrough of England in the last 16. Final score here, 2-1 to Sporting. And they win on aggregate by 4 goals to 2.
German second division side Alemannia Aachen travelled to Alkmaar to take on RZ, looking for a crucial away goal after a scoreless first leg. They almost got one early on as Eric Mayer's powerful header forced Henk Timmer into a smart save at his near post. Alkmaar settled slowly into the match, but came close to scoring on 17 minutes. Midfielder Tim de Cler cutting in from the left. His shot was beaten away by Aachen goalkeeper Stefan Straub. Under coach Dieter Hecking, Aachen have been the surprise package in this year's UEFA Cup, and on 31 minutes they showed why. The ever-dangerous Mayer heading in unmarked at the far post to give his side that crucial away goal and leave RZ looking at the dark side of the moon. The Eredivisie side battled back and finally got some reward for their efforts just after the hour. Tariq Sekitui's cross wasn't cleared, leaving veteran Barry van Halen to blast in RZ's equaliser. Though still ahead on away goals, Aachen's task became harder 10 minutes later. Defender Thomas Stahler's foul on Martin Meerdink earned him a second yellow card and an early bath. Needing a second goal to progress, Alkmaar pressed home their one-man advantage and were unlucky when the ever-dangerous Van Halen shot beat Straub, but came back off the crossbar, leaving Dieter Hecking a relieved man. With 10 minutes remaining and the RZ faithful looking on nervously, came the game's decisive moment. Kenneth Perez's corner touched in by Joris Matthijssen to seal a 2-1 victory for RZ and ensure their place in the last 16. The French town of Montbéliard has in the last 5 years been enjoying something of a football revival. The town, which is situated near the Swiss border, had its glory days over 60 years ago, when Sochaux were twice crowned French champions. Success then eluded them until 2001, when the club clinched promotion back into the top flight. Under coach Bernard Lacombe, Sochaux have enjoyed 2 top 5 finishes, and a 17-year-old Jeremy Menez, they have French football's hottest talent. A goal down from the first leg in Greece, Sochaux attacked from the start in their search for a goal to level this tie. A searching cross to the far post by winger Jad Zaire found Franciludo Santos in space, but the Tunisian's header was kept out by Antonis Nicopolidis in the Olympiakos goal. It was the visitors who finished the half stronger, though. Cypriot striker Yannis Okas unable to get any power into this header. The home faithful remained confident, though, that their side could get the goal they needed. However, it took a smart piece of goalkeeping just before the hour mark to keep them in it. Predrag Djordjevic, seeing his shot come cross, punched off the line by Teddy Richer. 7 minutes later, the Greeks' pressure told. Djordjevic again the tormentor, and when his cross wasn't cleared, Yerakis Stolidis was left with a simple tap-in for the only goal of the game. Sochaux boss Bernard Lacombe left frustrated at his side's exit. Elsewhere in the UEFA Cup, Athletic Bilbao was surprisingly beaten by Austria Vienna. Auxerre overcame Ajax, while Lille and Middlesbrough both won at home to go through. Newcastle beat Heerenveen to join a trio of Spanish sides in the last 16. Schalke's loss to Shakhtar Donetsk mean all 3 German clubs were eliminated from the competition.